Today we're taking a look at these NFL matches, which are happening on Thursday, August 18, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips, and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Chicago Bears vs. Seattle Seahawks. We have some Week 2 NFL preseason action on Thursday night at Lumen Field, as the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks squaring off. The Bears are coming off a 19-14 home win over the Kansas City Chiefs, while the Seahawks lost on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers 32-25. Both teams are looking to take a step up this week, as well as being closer to the kickoff of the regular season, so let's dive into both teams. Our team pick is Seattle Seahawks minus 4.5 points. And here is why. The Chicago Bears are looking for another win after posting a 19-14 victory against the Chiefs in the opener. The franchise is in more of a rebuilding season and is definitely not going to compete for a top spot. They have several younger players, including QB Justin Fields. The 23-year-old had a subpar rookie season. His accuracy is an issue, and he finished 2021 with a 7.10 TD to INT ratio. Fortunately, the Bears added veteran Trevor Siemian, who has been a starter in this league and will aid in the development of the young QB. Fields connected on 4 of his 7 passes in the preseason opener, while Siemian was outstanding, accumulating 89 passing yards. Bears third-string QB Nathan Peterman could see extended playing time in this one after limited action last week. The Seattle Seahawks were labeled 1-point dogs in a 32-25 road loss to the Steelers in the opener. The Seahawks have an interesting QB battle ongoing. Obviously, Russell Wilson is no longer with the organization, and they have Geno Smith and Drew Lock competing for the number 1 job. Smith is the favorite to be the Week 1 starter. He has spent the last few seasons in Seattle and fared well in his limited action in 2021, posting a 5-1 TD to INT ratio. Smith saw plenty of action in the preseason opener and played well, collecting 101 passing yards. The Seahawks traded Wilson to the Broncos for Drew Lock. Seahawks number 1 airbay Rashad Penny is dealing with an injury and likely won't play. They have a solid young airbay in Kenneth Walker III, who rushed for 19 yards last week. The 21-year-old was drafted in the 2nd round out of MSU and averaged 5.8 yards per carry in his 3 college seasons. Seattle has good depth at WR, led by DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. They have a few injuries to the receiving core, including Marquise Goodwin, who did not play in the preseason opener. The Seattle defense is a bit of a question mark. The pass rush was subpar last year, and they lost a key veteran linebacker in Bobby Wagner to the Rams. The Seahawks have a big quarterback decision to make, and these preseason games are important as a result. It's Geno Smith competing with Drew Lock for the number 1 job. Smith and Lock were outstanding in last week's opener against the Steelers. Each connected on at least 65% of their passes for over 100 yards each. Furthermore, the Chicago Bears have a new coach in Matt Eberflus, and the players are still learning the new schemes. Seahawks coach Pete Carroll features a strong 26-17 career record in preseason action. The Bears QBs in Trevor Siemian, Justin Fields, and Nathan Peterman only went 15 for 26 for 148 yards in last week's preseason opener. Our total pick is over 42.5 points, and here is why. The Chicago Bears have to figure out how they want to play this season, and in the first preseason game there seemed to be a big difference in the production under center. Justin Fields finished 4 of 7 with 48 yards, while Trevor Siemian finished 7 of 13 for 89 yards with a pair of touchdowns. This is not the same regime that drafted Fields originally, so this will be interesting to see if he is actually going to be starter or not in 2022. The Seattle Seahawks are one of the few teams currently dealing with a quarterback battle, as Drew Lock and Geno Smith are both fighting for the starting job. Lock finished by going 11 for 15 for 102 yards with a pair of touchdowns, while Smith went 10 of 15 for 101 yards. Both players had a great start, so it will definitely be interesting to see them in the second week of the preseason. Both defenses are not great, as the Chiefs were scoring pretty easily without their big players playing much against the Bears' defense. The Seahawks allowed 32 points, which was the most in the first week of the preseason. With two teams having a bit of a quarterback battle, that means points should be flying. But with over 42.5 points to be scored in this game, as both defenses did not do well enough last week,